morning. It's Saturday the 20th of May 2023. It's 10 to 6 in the morning and here I am for another bikepacking adventure in the Lake District, ready to complete the Lakeland 200. It's about 5 degrees and the weather is set to be sunny and fine today, so hopefully it's going to be an easy day in terms of weather. I'm just packing up the tent at the moment. I couldn't find a campsite last night as they were all bucked up, so I've popped into a farmer's field and just about to head back to Stavely, try and get some breakfast, pack up the bike, set up the bike and head off for the Lakeland 200, which is about 200 kilometres, 205 to be precise, of off-road, very mountainous, very hilly, very rugged terrain and pretty brutal according to most people on YouTube. I got a lot of my information from Keep Smiling, shout out to him who's already done this route, and I already know what to expect because of that. Lots of hiker bike. I don't mind hiking, but pushing a bike is never good fun up a hill, so hopefully the bike is going to be light enough. I'll show you the bike in a little bit, but looking forward to it and feeling fresh at the moment, but I'm sure after 4 or 5 days in the hills it might be a different matter. So I've got to find somewhere to park the car first, set up the bike and off we go. Speak to you soon. Okay, the route's officially starting right now. It's a glorious day. Hardly a cloud in sight. Already beautiful. Amazing. I think I've got lucky with the weather this time. Spotted a deer. I think he's seen me, but he's quite cautious. There he goes, hopping away. Nice to see a bit of wildlife. First Lakeland sheep.
Starting to feel a bit more isolated now. Only about 5k in. Can't hear anything. Really peaceful. Guess it's going to be like this for the rest of the journey. Oh, a few walkers in the distance. It's Saturday today, so bound to be a few walkers out. A few cows chomping away. Just on the first climb at the moment, so not too bad. Sure it'll get worse as we go along. Just reached the Garben Pass. Definitely hike a bike time now, and looks like it could be for some time. Pretty rocky, too hard to cycle with bags on. So, time to push. If you go onto YouTube and watch Keep Smiling, his channel, he did this route about a year ago, and basically, although he said it's great for mountain biking, it's less great for bike packing if you're not into hike a bike. But if you're into hike a bike and like a challenge, this might be for you. Still beautiful whichever way you look at it. Just remember to look up. and the small hiker bike. Still on the Garden Pass. Definitely recommend wearing walking shoes, some flats at the very least. Cycling clip-ons will not be suitable for this terrain. So this will probably take me to the top of the pass. Good level of fitness is probably required on this kind of terrain. Not just cycling, but all round physical fitness. If you're going to be pushing around a 25 kilogram bike all day, then be prepared for it.
It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, and I've come off the pass down to about 200 metres, was at 500, and had lunch at the top. Here at the bottom I needed water, so I've refilled my water with in the stream next to me, and I'm heading off now to try and make some more progress. Progress is slow today. I suspect it's going to be slow every day. Lots of hiker bike. My average speed feels like it's about 3 miles per hour, so I've only done about 8 miles so far, so very slow. Hopefully I can make up some miles during the rest of the day and get it up to a decent number, but only time will tell. morning. It's Sunday the 21st of May. It's 6 a.m. Had a very light night's sleep, sleepy on a gradient, never good, but hopefully got some sleep. The legs don't feel too bad after yesterday's shenanigans, hiker biking up the big mountain. I'm currently 780 meters up and just about to descend. Going to have some porridge first and stoke up the boiler a little bit and then head off. Definitely a bit warmer last night, probably because I sweat with my quilted jacket on, but hardly any wind and no condensation on the tent, so that's definitely a result. No wet tent this morning, that's a first. There are wild deer looking over there and on the hill. There are wild deer. They're not coming too close, but it's still good to see them. You can probably see the path that I'm just about to descend and take in some of the views. Still a little bit hazy, sun hasn't come out yet, but you can see pretty epic mountains in the background. See where my tent is. Let's hope today's another good day.
It's 10:30 in the morning, more hiker bike, really slow going. I don't know how you're supposed to get the miles up when it's so slow. Definitely not fast and flowy. That's the main message of my trip so far. You've definitely got to like hiker bike to enjoy this trip. It did rain earlier, but it seems to have cleared up now. I've heard varying weather forecasts, but most people seem to say it's going to be dry, and the next few days seem to be dry, so fingers crossed on that front. More sheep entertainment. Meh. Oh well. Water in the distance. A glimpse of Ullwater. Just taking a diversion to Ullwater, try and get some food, some supplies. nice to be on the road for a few minutes, nice and smooth compared with the bumpy mountain, but feels good all the same.
It's 1:30 on day 2. I'm stood on the banks of the Ullswater Reservoir, and what an amazing place. Absolutely stunning. Just about to have some sandwiches, ham, cheese and cucumber to keep me going, and then I'll be back on the road. I've come off the mountain to try and get some supplies, so haven't got any yet, but hopefully soon I'll find something, either a small shop or something touristy to keep me going. To reach Keswick today, although just looking behind me it's very tempting just to go in and have a swim instead, but we'll see how it goes. Keswick's about 18 miles from here, so still quite a long way to go. Might not make it, but would be a good milestone if I get to Keswick, which is roughly halfway, maybe just under halfway. See how it goes. Hello, so it's coming to the end of day 2. It's 9 o'clock in the evening. It's getting quite dark, and as you can see, I've found myself in the woods, camping out in the woods tonight. Just had some fish and chips in Keswick, so I've reached Keswick on day 2, which is a good target for day 2. Hopefully going to do this route in 5 days. If not, I might consider adding an extra day on, but I think it could easily take me 5 days on this occasion. Run out of battery this afternoon on my action camera, the Insta-Go2 camera that I'm holding right now, so didn't do much filming this afternoon. And one thing I have found is my bicycle dynamo charger didn't really do the job in the mountains. It does do the job on the road, no problem at all, but in the mountains the average pace is so slow it doesn't really charge, so I definitely recommend bringing a battery bank to top up your gadgets if that's what you need, which I have got as well, so it's a good job really as a backup. So I've just charged my action camera with my battery bank. I'll just show you before I log out the surrounds in the woods a little bit. You can see lots of wild rhododendrons behind me, just to the side over there. The light's pretty bad now, so hopefully you can still make that out. My tent, bike camouflaged in the background, you can barely see that, and even more wild rhododendrons, and a trail that goes to wherever. I'm just next to Derwent Water at the moment, so I'll be heading off alongside Derwent Water tomorrow morning and see how that goes. I think the weather is going to be quite warm, so it could be another sweaty one. Okay, so that's good night from me. Bye for now.